Hello and welcome to the Leadership Potential Instructional Program. This program gives us a chance to explore three areas of leadership pertaining to our interaction as team members. The first topic will be organizational studies, an overview of our workplace culture. Following, we will examine leadership as a relationship builder, discovering how we function in leadership and followership. Lastly, we will articulate visioning and leadership as a social architect. Organizational studies consider the structure of an organization, the composition of individuals, the team results, and the influencing factors such as the procedure and applications. Throughout this section, I will review a form of leadership that will greatly influence the outcome of team efficiency and functions. The application of different forms of leadership impact the leader-follower relationships, and depending on the current state of the team can be simple or difficult to incorporate. My proposed form of leadership may be simply implemented and effortlessly established because of the improvement it offers to all members of our team. According to the 2015 article, Inclusive Leadership and Work Engagement, Mediating Roles of Effective Organizational Commitment and Creativity by Suk-Bong Choi, Tai Baek Hun Tran, and B. Young-Il Park, a healthy leader-follower relationship can influence the level of involvement from team members. Each team will be different, pertaining to various leadership and followership styles. A solid characteristic of an inclusive team is an equally interactive and communicative relationship between leader and follower. This type of relationship generates value from team members toward group interaction. It shapes the organizational culture of the team, establishing values, goals, and standards that are agreed upon by each member. To generate team member interaction and creativity, there are three ways that inclusive leadership may be used to encourage as proposed by Choi, Tran, and Park in their Inclusive Leadership and Employee Creativity section of the latter mentioned peer-reviewed article. By way of offering helpful resources, leaders instill a desire within followers to repay the assistance of the leader through effort and creativity. Leaders who present supportive behaviors develop positive interaction with followers, which encourages followers to engage in creative work with confidence and logical thinking. The inclusive behaviors of leaders will result in follower growth through interactions and positive thinking. I personally enjoy contributing to the growth of individuals, both in positions as leader or follower. My role as an interactive leader presents me with opportunities to positively influence the creative thinking and development of my team members. An important part of inclusive leadership is confirming equal inclusion of team members. As a leader, it is my role to confirm the interaction and satisfaction of every individual on my team. Some examples of member incorporation are asking for the opinions, ideas, and active interaction of members. This extends a message to team members that their voice counts. Every thought, concern, or contribution implemented by the follower is valued by the entire team. The influence of the leader makes a strong impression upon the follower. Developing relationships takes time, effort, and respect. The value of leaders shows when developing meaningful and respectful relationships with team members is greatly appreciated by followers. Leader-follower relationships establish an equal level of understanding between the two roles. The relationship also enables the leader to identify the needs of the follower and therefore supply that demand. By inclusion of team members, the team will be altogether respectful and supportive of one another. There will be greater understanding of the importance each role holds, and the value of individual skills will be upheld. Followers will feel motivated to interact, include additional effort, exude confidence for this position, and overall exhibit an enhanced contribution to the team. Psychological contracts are held between an employee and their affiliated organization and is defined as a personal perception and opinion of their workplace. In their 2011 article titled A Longitudinal Study of the Impact of Organizational Change on Transactional, Relational, and Balanced Psychological Contracts, authors Anjali Chaudhry, Jacqueline Coyle-Shapiro, and Sandy Wayne presented the study of the transition of employee psychological contracts as a result of change in the workplace. The study performed in this article showed that employees presenting relational psychological contracts extended meaningful promises and expectations toward their organization. However, relational psychological contracts are easily influenced to be changed downwards. To avoid this negative change, leaders should be careful when implementing changes in the employee's organization. Perception of change is subjective to different employees, but impactful nonetheless. The altering of psychological contracts can be seamlessly accepted or resisted by the individual. The influence of change can be internally or externally induced. Leadership as a relationship builder. There is a lot of responsibility incorporated within the role of leadership. The follower depends upon the leader for guidance and supply for their demands. The leader, therefore, needs to provide accountability for the follower as well as form a relationship that enhances the follower's productivity and growth. Throughout this section, consider your own personal leadership style that would influence the relationship between you as a leader and your follower. Your leadership style plays a huge role in the relationships you form with your followers. Leadership styles are defined by a leader's personality traits. If a stern and authoritative leadership style is presented, followers can present all sorts of responses such as resistance or even fear. Leaders who find it difficult to confront or communicate will find it difficult to maintain authority with the followers. I personally value communication. I'm a natural-born leader who finds value in understanding my followers. I am a teacher or mentor, someone who invests in the development of their subordinates. My followers are not just members of my team, they are my peers. My team would not exist without their contribution, which is therefore highly valued. I make sure to communicate my appreciation and value to followers as a form of encouragement. However you present your personality traits, remember that that is how the followers will view you. Your leadership style determines the way you direct, communicate, and influence others. A strong leader is also one who understands the follower. Authority is needed in a leadership position, but not overwhelmingly so. It is important to also connect and develop an influential, positive relationship with your followers. In the article by Dana Yeagle and Hannah Medler-Lirez published in 2013 titled Feel Free, Be Yourself, Authentic Leadership, Emotional Expression, and Employee Authenticity, presents studies examining the effects of authentic leadership. The followers were influenced through this form of leadership by feeling empowered to act positively with authentic self-expression, mirroring the example set by the leader. The leader can enhance the leader-follower relationship by acting realistically and tuned to their personality and values. By presentation of honesty and transparency, followers feel comfortable expressing themselves in a healthy manner. The development of authentic followership may take time. However, the leader's emotional, honest, and self-expression through their direction or role will greatly influence team members. Outlined in the 2014 article by Amanda Hinojosa, Kelly Davis McCauley, Brandon Randolph-Seng, and William Gardner called Leader and Follower Attachment Styles, Implications for Authentic Leader-Follower Relationships, the authors described the various implementations of authentic leadership. An ideal model for authentic leadership presents 4 components: self-awareness, balanced processing, relational transparency, and an internalized moral perspective. This construct provides positive outcomes for the leader, follower, team, and organization. Self-awareness is the process to seek internally for beliefs, strengths, weaknesses, and a personal outlook. It provides an individual with an honest self-assessment that improves character and obtains a greater internal perspective regarding relationships. Self-awareness also enables individuals with a greater self-confidence. Relational transparency is revealing one's true self to others. In other words, being honest and transparent. It provides for a confident and self-regulating relationship. Balanced processing translates to open-mindedness, considering the opinions or the ideas of others before confirming a decision. Individuals conducting this process present the ability to positively compare their personal competency and traits to others. Balanced processing allows an individual to digest information and negative emotions in a healthy manner. An internalized moral perspective defines an individual as self-regulated, guided by the means to make a difference and follow deep-set values. This perspective enables individuals to be unaffected by external forces, focusing on the individual's internal beliefs. It develops a strong conscience that is more likely to prevent lying or cheating. Visioning and leadership as a social architect. I find incorporating creativity in my leadership style is not only natural but crucial for the growth of my team. Visioning and leadership as a social architect can be defined as looking forward to the goals of the future as a leader and not only meeting those goals myself, but helping my team members reach goals as well. Reaching these goals will be motivation for improvement and development among team members. I find this process to be easily incorporated into a leader-follower relationship. In the 2009 article titled How Do Transformational Leaders Influence Followers' Effective Well-Being, exploring the mediating role of self-efficacy by Karina Nielsen and Vedma Munir outlines a study of the connection between leadership and well-being. In the conclusions of the study, it was determined that leadership and its impact on positively effective well-being of employees could be mediated through the leader's ability to increase employee confidence. In addition, transformational leadership styles contribute to the well-being of team members. Leadership styles like transformational leadership can be efficient ways for organizations to improve employee health. Leadership styles that prioritize inclusive behaviors of team members are effective in encouraging follower confidence, improvement, and well-being. Self-efficacy can be instilled in employees by the support of their leader if that leader includes honesty, growth, and positive challenges. Visions are goals held by the team or members within the team, meant to encourage and be met at a certain future point. The 2010 article, Focusing on Followers, the Role of Regulatory Focus and Possible Selves in Visionary Leadership by Dan Stam, Dan Kippenberg, and Barbara Weiss expands upon the idea of the focus on follower vision to encourage and integrate follower motivation. Organizational visions should include the follower, expanding upon ideas that formulate followers' vision of their ideal self. In addition, visions that focus on followers will cause them to feel valued and included by the team. This boosts follower loyalty, interaction, and leader-follower relationships. Communication of visions implements creativity as both leader and followers envisions the goals of the organization and the team members. Communication of visions is implemented when the presenter describes the vision to be vividly understandable to the listeners. The communication of visions also implements influential leadership that empowers the followers. By visualizing team or personal goals, team members feel inspired, efficacious, purposeful, and will identify themselves further within the organization. Individual and organizational improvement is feasible through the leader-follower relationship implemented. The way the leader or follower communicates visions to the team is crucial when creating understanding and further incorporation of a vision. The use of visual communication can formulate the creativity of teams to unite and conquer team or individual goals. I find that my own use of creativity and the incorporation of team member creativity generates positive feedback, motivation, and results that tremendously influence the future visions of the team. Using my communication skills to inspire and connect with team members establishes a strong relationship that aids in the visualizing process. Conclusion. As a team, it is important to consider each member and the importance of relationships between leader and follower. I find the inclusive leadership style to be the most effective in our organization because of the motivation it presents to team members. Followers express a strong desire to be included, heard, and valued. I seek to satisfy this demand to further the effectiveness of my leadership. By way of authentic leadership, I extend a realistic and caring, helpful hand to team members that guides and assists them in their personal growth. Using creativity and communicating visions that focus upon the values of the members aids in encouragement of positive follower perspectives towards the future in the organization. By implementation of the styles and traits described within this presentation, the organization functions may be enhanced and follower satisfaction raised.